All right, it's time for a look at what new films are hitting theaters this weekend. And for that, we're joined live by film critic and host of CTV's Pop Life, Richard Crouse. So, Richard, good afternoon. Thank you very much for taking time to talk with us. Look, this is a long weekend, so we're going to start off with this. Amsterdam, the movie features John David Washington, Margot Robbie, Christian Bale, and it covers fascism, murder, music. Tell us about that, because you only gave it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, this one stings a little bit because it's got that great cast. John David Washington, Robert De Niro's in here, Anya Taylor-Joy from The Queen's Gambit. Like, it's a stuffed movie with just A-listers, directed by David O. Russell, big-time film director, and it's got this script that tries to link past events into today's headlines, so it's ambitious, and yet the sum of the parts are lesser than the movie. And that is always a little bit disappointing. I think they've bitten off just a little bit too much in terms of the storytelling. The pacing is very slow, and it seems to be having a hard time trying to figure out whether it wants to be a screwball comedy or a deeply serious movie about the rise of fascism in the 1920s and 30s, and then make a correlation to today's news. So it's ambitious. It wants to be a lot, but I found it a little wanting, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Okay, so Richard, you give this one a little bit more. Lyle, Crocodile, kids movie voiced by Shawn Mendes. You gave this one 3.5 stars.
Yeah. As much as I was anticipating Amsterdam to be great, I didn't have as high hopes for Lyle, Crocodile, because the trailers to me didn't look all that terribly interesting. It's a kids movie that I didn't think I'd find anything in. And then I was completely charmed by it. It is the story of a singing crocodile who finds his way to a family in New York City. There's a young boy, the youngest son in the family is lonely. He can't seem to quite make his way through the world very easily. And he and Lyle form a bond, and they teach one another things, and they become best friends, and it's so much fun. The songs are good. They were written by the same people that did the music for Dear Evan Hansen and for La La Land and lots of other things. And it's just a charming movie. Very broad, very gently paced, meant for the entire family. But I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars because I think the entire family, from very little to very old, can enjoy this one.
Keeping everybody busy the whole weekend.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this one, Catherine called Birdie. It's a film based on a novel about a 14-year-old girl trying to fall off her father's attempt to marry her off in medieval England. You gave this one 3.5 stars as well.
I like this one. This is a story about this young woman who, her father is an aristocrat, and he's blown every dime that the family has. So his only option really is to auction off his daughter, but she does not want to be married, and she finds interesting and devious ways to fend off all her suitors until one day a guy named Shaggy Beard shows up, and you can imagine what Shaggy Beard looks like, and he has money. He is not put off by her antics, and she has to figure out what to do. It's smart, it's funny, it is about female empowerment, and even though it's set in medieval England, it has a very modern day sensibility. So I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a charming movie, and it's on Apple TV Plus this weekend.
Film critic Richard Crouse, thank you very much for your choices, because hey, I take advantage of those. When I'm not working, I'm watching your picks. Thanks a lot, Richard.
Thanks.